Oops. Had it right the first. Like, hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, Tasha. How are you? What day is it? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. How are you? How are you? Yes, how's it going? How's your week been going? I know mine's been a little crazy, a little hectic, still catching up from the Epic conference. Yes, busy. I know. It's just been crazy. I'm still catching up from the Epic conference from last week and just getting my bearings and just catching up on notes and everything else. And then housework, I'm like, oh, there's laundry to do. I had laundry, shopping, everything. There's so much to do. So hello, hello. Want to give people a few minutes to join in on the party. You know, our little parallelpreneur power hour. Want to make sure that everybody gets the nuggets and get a chance to join us on our power hour. So I hope everyone is having a fabulous, Thursday? Why I keep forgetting, because I guess I'm just ready to kind of decompress a little bit and sleep in on a Saturday. So hopefully you guys you're planning to have a little relaxation this weekend as well. So you could breathe a little bit and then recharge and get ready for whatever comes your way or whatever things you have going on in your world. So I won't take up too much of your time, but again, I want to make sure that everybody gets what they need. Hello, is that Latoya? So I want to make sure that everybody gets what they need and ask any questions and, utilize this time. Hey, how are you? And utilize this time and benefit from this time, right? So we have 24 hours in a day. Us parallelpreneurs, our time is valuable. So I want to make sure that this is as beneficial as possible. So see whoever else joins in the fun, but we could begin because I'm all about time. Hello, how are you? Yes, happy Thursday, okay? I'm going to get this right. Happy Thursday. So as you can see, the title, yes, and tap that screen for the hearts. Please, 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 please. So let me just begin. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Lashana Williams. I am the Success Navigator. I'm your success coach. I am CEO and founder of Women's Journey to Success, and I am also an author. My first published book is called The Stranger Within, One Woman's Journey to Self-Love. It is my memoir of how I overcame the battle of depression and self-esteem and got to a place where there's light and I love myself unconditionally, but it was a journey. So it takes you through my journey and also shares some tips and exercises to help you if you're struggling with it too, because let's face it, it's a struggle. It's every day you have to deal with it. Every day I have to choose to love myself. It is not something where I said in the mirror, I love you, I love you, I love you 5 times and miraculously I love myself. No, every day is a choice and I have to make that choice. Every day I have to choose that I am going to be the best me, that I am confident, I am beautiful. I have to affirm that for myself. So it's an everyday thing. So in my book, it just talks about how this is not one of those self-help books where you talk to yourself and say, I love you, and then move on and the world is a happy place. It doesn't work like that, sorry. But it is a great book, so hopefully you'll get it. You can get it on my website, lashanacoaches.com. And also it's on Amazon and on Kindle. So yes, Toya, yes. Thank you so much for your support and thank you for reading the book and thank you for your wonderful feedback and your affirmations. But let's get down to the nitty gritty, right? So you've seen the topic of today's scope and it is, what's your plan? So a lot of us we're parallelpreneurs, right? So we have the career and we're pursuing our business, but not yet jumping the fence to say, okay, I'm going to do entrepreneurship full time. So we're kind of straddling the fence right now, but what is our plan to take us over the fence? What is our plan? What's going to get us over the fence? What is going to make us say, you know what, I'm ready to move forward on this entrepreneurial track? Now, for some of us, the circumstances are different. And so we have to think about different things. We have family, so we may have to consider them in our equation. And there may be other things. We may be taking care of our parents, taking care of children, whatever the case may be. Our circumstances may be different. So we have to consider those things. But we also need to ask ourselves, what will it take? Because we usually get into this, and I don't want to say a rut, but we get into this routine where we're like, okay, I can straddle this. I'm getting 5 hours of sleep and I'm drinking whatever energy drink I'm drinking, and I could do this. I can make it happen. And we're doing this and we're doing this and we're doing this, and this becomes our normal. But for how long can we do this? How long do we want to do this? And rarely do we sit back and say, okay, this is my plan. So I'm going to do this for a certain amount of time until what? And so that is the topic of today's scope. It's what is it going to take for you to say, you will burn out. You will burn out. But again, if you don't have that until when I reach this, then you're just going to constantly do it because you're just going to stay in that routine. You're going to stay in that rut. So for me, I put a financial goal. So I said, once I have paid off all my debt, which I have, once I have 6 months to a year of all my expenses in the bank, and once I have secured at least X amount of clients, then I will make that transition. So mine was not only a financial goal, it was also in my business. I wanted to have a business goal too. I wanted my business to grow, and I also wanted to make sure that it was truly a business and not a hobby. So for me, I needed those two aspects in order to say, okay, I'm going to, is this good? Tap the screen. And, I want you guys to also ask yourselves those questions, because again, we can't do this for 5, 10, 20 years down the line, right? And we'll burn ourselves out, one, and two, we'll find ourselves just being content with where we are. And that's not the purpose of this whole thing. We did not go into this space of parallelpreneurship so for us to be content and this to be our lives. Now, there's some people that this is their plan. They want to do both, and that's okay. And maybe because their day job is offering either financial stability or connections or whatever it is for them to straddle the fence. And sometimes your day job may be so entwined that it doesn't even seem, it's right on. Okay, good. I'm glad the scope is, because what is your goal? Like, what do you have? Like, what is your plan? And have you asked yourself this question? So when you're going through this, have you said, okay, I have a financial goal, I have a duration goal. So what is your plan to do this? Because we can't do both forever. It's difficult, right? I came home today, had to find whatever was in the refrigerator, because that's my routine, finding whatever's in the refrigerator. But your business is your passion and purpose. So you're going to have to really figure out what it is. Now, again, like for me in the beginning, I didn't have a sense of what I was doing and where I was going with this. And I did enjoy my day job. And it's not like my day job or my silent investor is bad or, horrible or whatever. I just spent 30 something years in corporate America, and I'm kind of ready to move along. It's just corporate America for me is just kind of not that space anymore. But if you love your job and you want to pursue your passion and purpose, that's great. And just think and ask yourself and be honest with yourself. Do you really need to do a business? Does it really need to be a business? I used to coach people. You set a goal to get out of debt. Okay, building savings to create multiple streams of income. Okay, that's great. That's great. Because you want to get out of debt before you move over into entrepreneur, if you can. You want to clear as much debt as possible. But for those of you that are like, okay, I love my day job, I want to stay in corporate America, or I want to stay working on my day job, my 9 to 5, and I also want to pursue my passion and purpose, by all means do that. It does not mean that you necessarily, the pursuit of purpose does not necessarily mean that it is a business. It just means that you're pursuing your purpose. So let's start there. You know, you can have your day job and pursue your purpose. For years, I was pursuing my purpose while I worked. So I mentored, I coached, I wrote blogs, and I did different things. I didn't have a business yet. It wasn't a business. And so I didn't have to stress myself out about being on Periscope and doing all of this and doing all of that. You know, I didn't have to do that. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Yeah, I didn't have to do all of that because I wasn't trying to operate as a business just yet. I was really kind of like, oh my God, this is my purpose, and was just playing in that space. So don't think that, once you pursue your purpose, the pursuit of purpose does not mean I have to be an entrepreneur or I have to be a business or I have to, run a business. So please do not get into this notion or get caught up in one of my sisters and one of my amplified, one of the ladies in my amplified program that I'm in right now. It's like, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. She's straight New York. Donna Izzard. But she's like, don't drink the Kool-Aid. You do not have to, it doesn't always have to culminate into a business or being an entrepreneur. Love both of them. Do what makes your heart sing. And that is the pursuit of purpose. So if whatever you're doing, you enjoy, and you enjoy both of them, and you enjoy writing and you enjoy, working, do that. But for those of you who are like, okay, I am thinking about or I'm considering doing entrepreneurship full time, before anything else, I want you to ask yourself the question, what is your plan? What is your plan? If it's to get out of debt, what is the plan? What are your steps? How are you going to get out of debt? We could say all day long, I'm going to get out of debt. I say all day long, I'm going to lose weight. Let me tell you what I did. I ate leftovers. I watched TV. I said, you know what, maybe tomorrow, and and I keep doing that. And so I am not tiny. It's the clothes, girl. It's the clothes. It's the clothes. They make me look tiny. But and that too, I feel like I want to work out more so for health reasons too. But again, I know I'm 42, and your hips go this way and things go and they move in all sorts of directions. So I want to make sure that I'm healthier. But as I was saying, you could say all day long, I want to get out of debt. But what is your plan of action? How are you getting out of debt? Do you have a plan, right? So a lot of us had to do this prior to moving forward or prior to even thinking about or considering going over into entrepreneurship. But you got to sit down and say, okay, this is how much debt I have. This is who I owe. Let me figure out, okay, who do I need to pay off first? Which ones have the highest interest rate? Which one? So you got to sit down and you have to have this plan. And again, if you need me to talk you through it or for me to refer you to somebody, please inbox me. You can inbox me on Facebook. I'm Lashana and Williams, or you can join the Women's Journey to Success, Women's Journey 2. That's the number 2. Success. Join the group, and there's also resources in there. Like I said, you can inbox me. Yeah, you have to make sacrifices all day long, all day long. Again, I will tell everybody this story, but my car is, it's a 2004, I have a 2004 Jeep, or I guess SUV. I look at those new cars every time I go into the dealership to get it, serviced. And I look at them and I smell them and I I fantasize about the new car, but I'm not getting a new car. That's my sacrifice. Because if I want to do what I want to do, if I want to make that leap, I cannot. Yeah, I smell them. Oh my gosh, I do. I'm like, oh, I want one so bad. I want one so bad. And then I got to remove myself and just kind of go back into, okay, no. What my plan of action is to do X, Y, and Z. So I have to remove myself, kind of peel myself off of the car. I mean, the new car, it is. And then, these dealerships, they be like, why don't you take a test drive? Oh, no, that's the devil. That's the devil. So, you have to make sacrifices. I had to do that. I had to also look at who I was just dishing money out to, i.e., I was contributing to LA Fitness every month. Okay, let's stop that. Let's be for real. You're not going to go to the gym. And why are you paying them that money? So I had to do that. So I took that out of the equation. So I just kept looking at ways that my money was just going out the door. My next, the next thing I'm going to tackle is going food shopping, because my money's going out the door every day that I go down to that cafeteria and pay $6 for a sandwich. That's ridiculous. I can buy some sandwich meat. I know how to do this. I grew up in the hood. I know how to do this. I get some sandwich meat, get some little cheese, and make me a nice little sandwich. So that we have to make those kind of sacrifices, but we also have to make a plan. So like I said, my plan was to have 6 months to a year's worth of expenses in the bank, so that when I do make that leap, I'm not stressed out about the finances and where my money gonna come from and that kind of thing. But I also have a goal for my business, because I don't wanna also the next day be like, oh my God, what did I just do? And I ain't got one client. So that's not the will for my life either. So now that I have the clients, now that I have the programs, now that I have the book, I'm just getting my finances in order, getting my mind right, and doing it at the right time. So I ask you, what is your plan? What do you need to go from your day job to your dream of being an entrepreneur? And is that your dream? Can you pursue your passion and your purpose and not have a business right now? Just do it for fun and just love it and play in that space. And then when you're ready, then you can step out. So let's not get caught up in the entrepreneurship and be like, oh my God, I gotta be an entrepreneur, I gotta have a business. No. Do what you love to do, and if you love the job, and if you love what you do, and you're doing it, and you're playing nice in the sandbox with, go for it. But for those of you who are like, okay, I'm ready, I know I'm an entrepreneur, it's in my blood, I'm ready to do the darn thing, but you're still just waiting for that time, whatever that time is, waiting for the finances to be right, then those are the people that I'm talking about today. What is your plan? So I would love to hear from you. And if there's anything that I can help you with, like I said, anything that I can assist you with, any resources that you need from me, please, by all means, inbox me. Because I want these hours, the power hours, I want them to be beneficial for both of us. I want to help those who have questions. And I also learn from you guys. Like I do not profess to be a master of everything or anything, for that matter. But what I do know is how to help people to transition, and I do know how to help people to achieve their desired level of success. I do know how to hold you accountable. Now, people that are listening to this scope who have been coaching clients of mine know that I know hands down that, thank you, Toya, that I can hold you accountable, and I will help you achieve your goals. I will help you set and achieve your goals. So that I do, and I do it well. However, there are things that I'm learning and that I can learn from you, and you can learn from me. So I want these hours to be interactive. And if you have questions or things that you want to share, please do. So, truly, thank you. You know what? You're going to get another hug when I see you again. So, so I just want, this time is for both of us. It's mutually beneficial. So, like I said, if nothing else, write it down. Ask yourself, put on a piece of paper, what is my plan? What is it going to take for me to move and transition to entrepreneurship? Write it down. And if it's a number, take that number and break it down. So for me, it was, like I said, the 6 months to a year. So I took every expense that I had. I even added in my hair expense. I added in groceries, even though I don't buy them that much. But I added those in too. I added incidentals. I added and put a little cushion in there, because you just don't want to go straight to line where you don't have anything, no contingency or anything like that. Put your gas in there. Put everything in there, even if it's entertainment. Put those things in there. See what that looks like. See what your monthly looks like. Multiply it by whatever it is. If you say 6 months times 6, if it's 12 times 12. Once you get that number, now see what that number is and start saving towards it. So if that means that you need to set up another savings account, you need to go to the credit union, wherever it is that you know that you're not going to touch it and it could just go there, do that. If first you need to pay down that debt, let's sit down, say, okay, I have this debt, I owe this. This credit card is 19%. This one over here is 2%. The 2% one, you'll get the minimum, the 19%, let's pay that one off. And you just kind of just keep dwindling down that debt. But the one thing I will say for you guys that are paying down your debt, pat yourself on the back when you do the small wins. I know sometimes with those credit cards, it seems like they're never, it just seems like the balance just never goes down. You're like, I paid more than the minimum and it's still not going down. But pat yourself on the back when it does. So like when I was paying off my debt, when I started seeing it and I'm telling you, I had a lot of debt. At one point it was like 25,000. So then when I seen it go to 24, I was like, whoo, woohoo, and so forth and so on. So I congratulated myself at every little win so I wouldn't feel so devastated that it was still at 20-something thousand dollars after 6 months. So give yourself pat yourself on the back for that and allow yourself those wins, because paying off debt is no easy task. If that was the case, then everybody be walking around here skipping because they would be debt free. But that's one thing that you need to do. If that's part of your plan, then you need to do that. And then also, like I said, if you need to have that 6 months to a year, finances in the bank, then you need to make allowances for that as well. So get a bank account, get a savings account, whatever it is, and start plugging away and just putting some money towards that so that you'll know what it is. And sometimes we think it's this big, huge number, but if you, like myself, are living below your means, or you riding around in your car until the wheels fall off, it may not be as bad as you think. Or if you already, and I heard someone say that they are also generating multiple streams of income, then you're already on your way to achieving that financial goal. So, but the main thing that you need to do is just ask yourself, what is your plan, so that you know what your goal is, so you know what you're working towards, so that you don't look up 5 to 7 years from now and be like, I'm still doing a parallelpreneurship. I'm still a parallelpreneur. You're not looking around like 20 years from now that you done burnt yourself out at both ends of the candle because you've been doing this for so long. So get a plan. So like I said, I didn't want to, have this hour. We don't have to extend it out. I don't want to sit up here and just kind of keep talking back, keep talking at you. I want to make sure that the information is beneficial. So if it is, keep tapping that screen and just let me know if you have any questions, like I said, and if you need assistance in developing your plan, please let me know, inbox me. You could even email me, support@lashanacoaches.com, and we can make that happen. So hopefully you guys are now, most of you are coming home from work, kind of decompressing, and you're probably going to do like I'm doing in a few minutes, going to get back to your grind and work on your business, work on your blogs, work on your writing, work on this. You took a me day? Oh, that's fabulous. I know that's right. You have to do those as well. Those are so important. And you have to give, that's good. How does that feel? Like, how does that feel to actually take a me day, just be in that space of creativity, be in that space with your purpose? Yes, it does, doesn't it? It feels good. It feels good. So play in that space, and enjoy it. And even those days when you're like, I can't do anything, I don't want to do anything, give yourself permission to recharge. A lot of us, we go and we burn ourselves out because we think we're supposed to be doing all of this. And you know what happens? At some point in time, we burn out and we're no good to anyone. So please take care of yourself. Do that. Yes, take a me day. And if that day just, gives your creativity flowing and you're like, okay, I want to do a little bit of something, then do that. But if you want to do nothing and just sit and recharge, do that. Because we need to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. I'm telling you, I said the struggle is real. Yes, do not. The struggle is real. You will burn yourself out so quick. And then if you're anything like myself, when I'm burnt out or I feel overwhelmed, I don't move forward. Which sounds crazy, but I do not move forward. I will just not do anything. So that one day turns into 5 days, turns into a month, and I look up and I haven't done anything towards my business or anything towards my life in a month because I felt burnt out and I got frustrated with myself and I got in this whole little loop. So now I have conditioned myself to, okay, one day out of the week or a couple of hours out of the week, I'm giving myself permission. You go to bed and put the covers, yes, for weeks. And you look up and you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't written anything. And what happens is you're like, okay, well, since I haven't written anything or I haven't done anything, no one missed it, so I don't have to do anything tomorrow. And then and then it becomes this routine to where you got to pick yourself up and pick yourself out of that rut, which is sometimes very difficult for some of us, but there's ways around that too. One of them is to have a great support system, and I talk about support, and I will continuously on these scopes talk about having a good support system, having accountability partners, and having people that will be like, hey, what's going on? What you doing? Why you're not picking this? Why you're not doing this and that? So having that support does help with this. Hey, Miss Melissa, how are you? Because like I said, this struggle is real. I don't want anybody to think like, okay, it's not. There's sacrifices to be made, but it's so rewarding and it's so fulfilling when you are living out your purpose. So some of us are still like, I don't know my purpose. Come see me. I'll help you. Because that's what I do. My whole why, the why I do all of this, the why I work 9 to 5 and then come home and do this, why I spend my weekends doing this, why I haven't gone out in ages, because I love what I do and I want to see everyone do what makes their heart sing. I want to see everyone find that, thank you, Toya, discover that profession, discover that thing that just makes your heart sing, that makes you fulfilled, that makes you feel alive. I want to do that for you, and I can do that for you. And so if you're like, oh, I really don't know what my passion is, my purpose, come see me. I'll help you. Because this is what I want to do, because I know what it means and I know what it feels like to be in that space where you are not fulfilled, where you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait till I retire because that's when I'm going to live my best life. Seriously? Because last time I checked, I just read something that was like, well, actually you could retire at like, I think there was some kind of social security thing, and they were like, well, maybe at 79 would be the best time to take out your money. And I'm like, 79? So you mean to tell me that if I went with that mindset of I'll live my best life when I retire, that means that I would have to be miserable for another 30 years? Something doesn't seem right about that. So I ask you, if that's the life that you want, that's fine. But if you want to be fulfilled and if you want to live your best life now, then let's work on that as well. So, like I said, I started out this scope asking you, what is your plan? So I want to hear from you guys. What is your plan? What is your plan to transition? Or even what is your plan to live out your purpose? What is your plan to do that? Because I believe Toya said she loves her job and she loves what she does. She's fulfilling her purpose and her passion, and she enjoys her job. By all means, do that. Don't get in a rut where you feel like you have to do a business and you have to do this and you have to do that. You can do both and love them and enjoy them, and it doesn't mean that you have to be an entrepreneur. Okay? But we do have to have a plan, some kind of plan. So, like I said, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or any suggestions for future scope topics, please inbox me. I would love to hear from you. And for those of you who have not received a copy of my book, or who need an extra copy of the book because it's so good, you could go to lashanacoaches.com, and the book is called The Stranger Within, One Woman's Journey to Self-Love. In addition, I want to just make sure that you know that this Scopes, the Power Hour, the Parallelpreneur Power Hour, will take place on Mondays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. I'm thinking about adding another day, so you guys let me know if that works for you, so that we can make sure that we are all connected, that you have the support, and that you have the resources that you need to be in this space. I want to make sure that we don't feel like we're alone, that we're doing this all by ourselves, and that we don't have the support that we need. So please, by all means, let me know, inbox me. And if you're not a member of Women's Journey #2, Women's Journey to Success, please do so and add yourself to the group, and so that we can provide you with support, accountability, and additional resources. And then coming up, if you are interested, I am doing Boss Academy again. Yes, thank you for scribing that. Women's Journey to Success Facebook group. And I'm also launching the Boss Academy again. So the Boss Academy will be launching in May. So anybody who is interested in going through, it's a 3-month program where we will delve into your purpose, delve into your why, delve into some of those business strategies, delve into the clarity of what you want your business to look like. We will delve into and be clear on your brand, on your personal brand. I've also added in an entrepreneurial assessment so that we can make sure that you're on track and see what that looks like. And for those of you that will be a part of Boss Academy, you will also get a ticket to the upcoming Paycheck to Purpose Summit that's coming up in February. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on there, but it's going to be intense, but it's going to be great. And afterwards, you will be clear on your brand, clear on your purpose, clear on what you want to do, and where you're going to go. You will have a transition plan, an action plan. You will have goals set so that you can make that transition from corporate to entrepreneurship. And you will have accountability. Yes, thank you. You will have all of that you need. You will have the foundation that you need. And I've added in a couple of bonuses. So that's coming down the pike, as well as I am offering a mastermind program. Yes, there will be tons of accountability. Tons. I'm also offering a mastermind program that will be I'm considering 10 to 12 months. So the mastermind program is only for 10 people that are really serious about doing this thing, really serious about moving forward, about growing, about learning and sharing with other like-minded people, and who are ready to take it to the next level. So the mastermind group will also be available. I'm going to launch that in May or June as well. And so hopefully, if you're interested, all the information will be out there on my website, lashanacoaches.com. So I have a lot of things coming up for you guys. Also, there will be blab sessions and periscopes and all, just different things for you. And if there's anything that I'm missing that you need, just let me know, because I want to make sure that I provide you the resources and the tools that you need to actually achieve your desired level of success. So if there are no further questions or comments or concerns or anything that you want me to talk about, I will give you back. I don't know. I don't even have the time on me right now because I just wanted to be focused and be in this moment. So, but I want to give you back some time. I'm not going to sit up here and talk your ear off because that's not my thing. But I want to make sure that you have a plan. So please inbox me, like I said, and I'm here for you and I'll be your support. So I will end this scope by saying I am Lashana Williams, the Success Navigator. I am the success coach, author of the Women's, you hear me? I am the author of The Stranger Within, One Woman's Journey to Self-Love. I am also a speaker, and I am also your accountability partner. So please reach me or reach out to me on Facebook, You could go to my group, Women's Journey to Success. You could also find me on Periscope and Instagram and Twitter. My handles are all lashanacoaches. So please, 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 I would love to hear from you, and have a happy Thursday, and enjoy your Friday. I may take off tomorrow and just kind of decompress, but take off, and I would love to hear from you. Tap the screen for the hearts, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you. See you in the next Power Hour. Okay, bye.